90% of the time when it doesn't start, it's a leak. So here we have, this is a circuit we've been using and playing around with a long time. It's actually ripped and it's open here. So if it goes off, we know, but I'm not gonna change it right now because I don't wanna waste another circuit. So we are gonna set our amp, and we're gonna set our amp to the patient's wiggle. If you would like a number to just kind of start with, and remember, we're doing all of this with our stopper on, not connected to our baby, okay? So 28 is gonna be a good place to start. So I have my flow set over here, 10 to 15. I'm gonna set my amp around 28, and then we're gonna center that piston. That thing likes to get uncentered, and then we'll choose our map. If we were previously on conventional, we'll do 2 above on the map. If we were not previously on conventional, we'll just kind of go by the baby's size. So we'll assume that this is a little bit of a smaller baby here. We'll go closer to 12. And then that sheet of paper that I created that has all the ranges, I'm gonna go ahead and laminate and put that on here, and it should be done within the week. So that's it. So that's what we're gonna look at right here. And then of course, FiO2. Now remember here, like if we were bagging on, 30%, go ahead and start at 50% on here, because we're ventilating here with a mean airway pressure, not a peak airway pressure. Therefore, we need to give it a little bit of a boom. And once it's recruited, then we'll know, and we'll be able to wean that FiO2. So at that point, you've got your settings, and your physician's gonna give you these settings, your provider will give you these settings. They'll say map of 12. They're not gonna tell you a flow. You're gonna set your map with the green button. See how I'm setting the map with my green button? You're gonna set your amp with this button, just like that. And then once we connect it to the baby, we are gonna look for chest wiggle. Your chest wiggle, you will get used to seeing. Is it a good chest wiggle? Does it look like all the way to the belly button? If it's a micro preemie, you're gonna see that kid wiggle to the toes. There's nothing we can do. It's just the body weight's so small. But we're just really wanting that good chest wiggle. And once you see that, then you're good, and then you stay. You stay, you're gonna watch the sats. The sats might dip because we were doing peak pressure, bagging, ventilation prior to putting them on. Hold the course, give it 30 minutes to stabilize. Then you can do a gas and see what you need to do. Now let's talk about correcting for the gas. CO2 is high. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go up on our amp. Our amp is our delta P, so kind of think about this as a change of pressure, just like if we were on old school pressure control. Delta P, increase the delta P for CO2 removal. Side note, we should always be on a T-com when we're on the oscillator, just so we can trend it in real time, okay? Our mean airway pressure, we are going to determine if that is correct based on our x-ray. And remember, we are looking for 8 ribs expanded, not our usual 10 ribs expanded, because we are only expanding to the mean airway pressure, not a peak airway pressure, like on a normal inspiratory AP film. Okay, so if we get that film and we see that it's only 6 ribs expanded, and maybe we have an oxygenation problem as well, we can by all means go up there on this. But other than that, once this is set up, if we decide 12 was the magic number, if the x-ray was perfect, we are not going to change. The only thing, if this is day 2 now, not we just set this baby up, but come day 2, the only thing you are changing is your amplitude. CO2 high, you go up. CO2 low, you go down. That's it. That's the only thing you're going to be changing. And of course, your FiO2, which we change on every single modality. Okay, so it seems like a few things to set up, but honestly, this is always 15. This is always 33. So you're never, ever going to change these. This is the only thing you're really setting up, and then this, and then of course just keeping your piston in the center. Once we have this set up, we've decided that 12 is magic. I would even wait till after the x-ray. That's when it is safe to go ahead and put our limit at a quarter above. And that's just gonna be in case the tube kinks or something kinks, it's gonna stop that pressure from going too high, okay? But I don't want you to set it too early because then you end up with the problem of them crisscrossing. The same with these alarms. Now that we've decided that our mean airway pressure, that's the only alarms on this ventilator, by the way, are these mean airway pressure alarm, mean airway pressure alarms. The other numbers we have no alarms for. So once we're here, once we're set up here, you can go way down here and we'll do 3 above and 3 below. We'll go to 9. Sorry, went the wrong way. And that's it, that's set up. The ambu bag should be here, and the reason for that is primarily because this is taking up so much space, it can be dangerous to try to go way back behind and you can't fit, and it's just a safety measure. It doesn't mean you can't have another ambu bag or something, or a neo-pup if it's a small baby at the bedside as well. It's just, this is just a safety precaution, and it's not adding any extra wall access because it's going on the same wall access as the oscillator. Okay, all right, I hope that helped. And we will do one a little bit more fixing for gases in the future. All right.